Welcome back to Car Value Scouts Used Car Buyers Educational Series. And this is going to be a very quick lesson. I'm going to show you how to use Google to find out if the codes, the OBD2 codes that you receive from the vehicle you're test driving are serious, not so serious, or no big deal. And this is a very important lesson, and believe it or not, the only tool you'll need is Google. And I'll show you exactly how to do this. It's very, very simple. We'll even do examples. I'll run you through roughly 3 or 4 codes. We're going to look at a 2016 Nissan. We're going to enter a code into it. We'll start off with the P0171. And for a Nissan Sentra, and we'll actually give it a year. Let's go with 2015, and we'll search. And this is if we had received a P0171 code on a 2015 Nissan Sentra that we were looking to buy. So we click that, and here's what shows up. And this is very interesting, and we want to click the Show More button. And it says here what the code is. It indicates that the system is too lean on bank 1. This means the engine's computer detected too much air, not enough fuel. And you can read through this, and it tells you what to check. So it says inspect the intake, the air intake boot, check for PCV valves, the breather hoses. And then it tells you different ways you might want to try and fix it, which you don't really need to know. And then fuel delivery, oxygen sensor, and then they actually have a video on how to check it. But here's what we want to do. We don't want to go through any of that. What we want to find out from Google, we're going to tell Google, we're going to say, tell me how serious this code is. Is this worth pursuing? I'm looking to buy a 2016 Nissan Sentra, and it has this particular code showing up when I do an OBD2 code scan. Should I be concerned? Here's what I just said. Tell me how serious the code is. Is it worth pursuing? Looking to buy a 2016 Nissan Sentra, and it has this particular code. So it says it's moderately serious. So it says it should definitely make you cautious, but it's not automatic deal breaker if the rest of the car is in great shape. See, this is outstanding. This solves much of your problems. The parts cost is less than $30. It actually tells you where to get them. It could be a cracked intake boot. That part would be under $60. It's a 15-minute repair. Now the bad news, the potential risk, and it's going to give you this. So it's going to come up with, if the current owner has ignored this code for months, the vehicle has been running continuously lean, too much air, or too hot, the prolonged heat can degrade the spark plugs and cause an engine knock. So you want to read through this. It also can ruin the catalytic converter. So here's where we find out what the deal is. So this is how you leverage it when buying. Check for other codes. Let's say that's the only code. That's it. The catalytic converter is already damaged and you should walk away. So read this now. Make sure the P0171 is the only code. If you see a P0420 code alongside of it, so there's an extra code, you want to walk away because the catalytic converter is bad. But if that's the only code, don't worry about it. It's not that bad. Now you want to listen to the idle. You want to negotiate a discount. Demand a price reduction of $300 to $500 to cover professional diagnostic fee, smoke test, and gasket boot replacement at a shop. So this literally gives you what to tell the customer if that code shows up. Now, isn't that cool? We're going to go into, is the P0420. We go up to the top here, and we're going to do a search. So we'll go back, and we're going to use the same car, but we're going to change the code. So we got a 420 code. That's what showed up, a 420 code. Now it gives you an overview, and The same car, by the way. Efficiency below threshold. Check for software updates, stuff like that. Okay, inspect exhaust leaks, test the oxygen sensor, replace the catalytic converter. This is telling you all the possibilities. Now, listen to this. The cost. OEM Nissan converters can cost upwards of $2,000. And a direct fit aftermarket alternative, $400 to $800 plus labor. Can you tell me if this is a serious problem that I need to address because I'm looking to buy this car? Or is this not so serious? And if it is, then tell me how I should negotiate. Or should I walk away? You're literally talking to Google, telling it what you want to know. Can you tell me if this is a serious problem that I need to address? I'm looking to buy the car. So the P420 code is a moderately serious issue when buying a used car. While the vehicle is generally safe to drive short distances, it will fail emission testing, and the root cause can be expensive to fix. Why it matters for the buyer. I mean, this is telling you everything you need. High repair cost, up to $2,000 plus. Hidden issues, emission failure, how to negotiate if you still want the car. Look at this. You have to knock $1,500 off the price. Assume the catalytic converter is dead, deduct $1,500. When to walk away. You couldn't ask for more. You don't have to be a mechanic. All you got to do is know how to read. Let's go to a P0300 code. Let's say it pulled that code up. And this will work with any code, by the way. Click the Show More button, and it tells us what it is. It's a random or multiple cylinder misfire. Now you read through this, so you can learn a little bit. You don't have to know what it means exactly. This gives you the common causes. Ignition coils or spark plugs, that sounds minor. A mass airflow sensor, not too expensive. Vacuum leaks, fuel delivery, camshaft sensors. So this tells you everything you need to know here. But now you do the question. Can you tell me, I'm looking to buy this vehicle. Can you tell me if this code is something that I need to be concerned with? Is it serious? Is it not so serious? What should I do? Can I negotiate or should I walk away? The question you want to know the answer to. You scroll down. There's the question we just asked. Should I walk away? It's all there. You should be cautiously concerned. But you do not need to walk away immediately. A P300 code can range from a cheap 10-minute fix to an expensive engine repair. Is it serious? Depends on how the car acts. Not serious if the car drives smooth. Very serious if the engine shakes violently. So here you go. How to use this for negotiation. It tells you exactly what to say, what you should do right now. So it's all here. See this? Assume the worst case. Demand $1,500. Demand $1,000 to $1,500 discount. I would go to $1,500 right off the get-go. Explain to them this is the problem. When to walk away. If the seller refuses to let you take it to a mechanic, or if the engine makes loud knocking noises and shakes badly during the test drive, walk away immediately. There's your answer. You don't need to know anything. And I want to give you one more because I actually experienced this with a neighbor of mine. Brought his car over for me to look at. And he had this code. It came up with this exact code. And the common causes were the faulty ignition coil, a worn spark plug, an oil leak, same thing. And what this means is the number 3, because the 300, the 303, that's the number 3 cylinder wasn't firing. What we actually found out was I told him to pull the spark plugs out and look at them, make sure they looked okay. He was pretty mechanical. And I said you could also swap the coil wire with one of the other plugs. Just reverse the plug from one plug to the other plug, the wire, and that'll tell you if it's a bad coil. Well, he looked at the spark plug. They looked terrible. And what he wound up doing was he replaced the spark plug. It was a $10 fix. And guess what? He was thrilled. He now had a car that he could trust again. If you're not sure about any of this, you don't have to know anything. You go down here and you say, hey, I'm looking to buy this vehicle and it's got this P0303 error code. Is that something I need to be majorly concerned with? How can I negotiate with the seller based on this code showing up? We're going to scroll down And we're going to look at this. I negotiate based on this code showing up. You should be moderately to highly concerned because a misfire can mask a much larger expensive engine problem. And it goes through all. Well, the spark plug problem for my neighbor was fine. But you got to look at the worst case scenario. Request a pre-purchase inspection. I'm highly interested, but I need to take the car to an independent mechanic for diagnostic scan and a compression test in cylinder 3. If you don't mind, we can do that tomorrow. The negotiation angle. If the seller refuses to let the mechanic look at it, walk away immediately. Okay. Knock a specific amount off the asking price. Aggressive negotiation, high risk. You demand up to $2,500 off the price. You want to go conservative, you want $500 off. And then you want to walk away if you see these red flags. The check engine light is flashing. Anytime a check engine light is flashing, don't buy the car, period. That is a major problem. Heavy blue or white smoke from the exhaust, we talked about that earlier. A loud knocking sound from the engine. This means a mechanical failure. So there you have it. That's the simplest way to take any OBD2 code, I don't care what it is, and have Google tell you exactly what's wrong. We're not using AI, we're using Google to tell us what is going on with the vehicle and to give us options of what we should negotiate down to based on the code. And mind you, OBD2 codes are not a full diagnostic, they are a clue. They tell us what could be going on with the car. And like I said, if you look at these, there's always 3 or 4 things it could be. So it's given us a good picture about what could be wrong with the car. I mean, faulty ignition coil, a worn spark plug, oil leaking into the spark plug wall. All these things are possibilities. So that code gives us all this information. This is vital information to help you know where you're going when you're going to negotiate to buy the car. Well, thank you for watching this video, and I hope you learned something. And what I'm going to do, by the way, is in the next video, or actually the next couple of videos, I'm going to teach you how to use an OBD2 code reader that you buy off Amazon for $25, $27 that can literally save you thousands of dollars in repairs on your vehicle. Or it'll save you thousands of dollars in the pursuit of buying a used vehicle, as we just saw. Right now, you don't need it. You can use Google and get away with that, and it works great, by the way. It's a great way to go. But I can show you a much easier way to go. And the video right after that, I'm going to show you how an application that you can download for free off my website will run you through all the things we just did. You can actually put the OBD2 codes in there and it'll do all the searching for you, so you don't even have to use Google. But in the meantime, I just want you to be aware that right now you have everything you need to buy a used car and not get burned. Thanks again, and see you in the next video.